You want?
There's nobody like you. You're a good friend, you know. You've been there for me from the beginning.
Yo, why is Brian playing?
Son, what are you doing, man?
Yo,
All right, we're here.
oh, Jesus
Jesus Christ.
Technical difficulty.
That was terrible.
Yeah, I
That
know.
was
Yeah,
awful.
yeah, we have a technical difficulty.
We have a technical
Yeah, I can
difficulty.
see.
His name's
Day
Frank.
3 in a row. No sign of James
Stopping.
and Joey. Lewis, I don't even know if he's still fucking alive.
Has he been on the
Lewis is
podcast yet?
AFC.
Yeah, but we're going to try to keep it interesting, switch it up a little bit, and talk about something that we would like to see from sports in general in the year 2017.
So,
What do you got, Brian? What are you drinking?
I am drinking Corona at the moment, and then when
Oh.
I'm done with this, I'm moving on to that Modelo.
Some Modelo's?
do you have a lime?
Are you in Mexico?
Yeah, I actually like Modelo. It's not bad.
So we're each picking 4. If we get excited, we may move on to 5 things tomorrow. We are going to go for 4 days in a row. We should have Joey back. Should have Grande with the giant
And-
headphones back.
And big announcement.
I'm on.
Big announcement coming tomorrow. Save it for tomorrow. Big announcement coming tomorrow for the 7 people that are going to view this.
All 7. All
So
7.
we're trying to
of them
get this
will
up
have-
to 17.
And me and Frank will see it twice.
Yeah, we'll
So-
see it twice. So 5. Thanks for the 5 people, okay? The big announcement has to do with us getting more views. But anyway, who's going first with what they want to see from 2017?
You are.
I'm going first.
You are, since you mentioned it. Yeah, so
All right.
good luck, buddy.
So first thing I want to see from 2017, they're not all going to be like this. They're not all going to be team specific. But as you guys know, I want to see the Nats get by the first round of the playoffs.
Set that bar high, you fuckhead.
Just the first round. Because you know what? Made the playoffs through that last 5.
Oh, I have pomade in my hands.
Looking like it's going to be 4 out of 6, possibly with a wild card or whatever may happen. I just can't deal with another Game 5 loss and crying myself to sleep at night. So I want to see the Nats move on past the first round.
All right, I guess I'll go second. Probably an unpopular one, but I want to see LeBron beat the Warriors second year in a row with KD.
Okay.
I want to see the Warriors win the second year in a row.
No, I want to see LeBron stop the Warriors for the second
Okay.
year in a row with KD. Because then I think it's a legitimate argument of whether him or MJ is better.
Okay.
I think it is now, but that really legitimizes it.
He's right.
I mean,
You
plus,
know what?
I mean, it's gonna that team. I feel like anything less than a championship last year was a failure for them.
We say for the Warriors?
Yeah, and this year with dude.
I don't know. I think they may even be worse. Although KD's having his best year ever. But that's a different topic for a different day. Brian, what are you thinking, buddy?
I'm actually gonna stick with basketball, but I want to see the Thunder put some nice pieces around Russell Westbrook, because this man is absolutely going off this season. Like, it's crazy. I want to see them take off. That's really what I want to see. I'm not even a Thunder fan, but I love watching good games, and that man is playing like a man possessed. I want to see that team.
He is
some
the
pieces
David
around him
Johnson.
just-
He is the David Johnson of basketball.
Yeah, dude.
I mean-
you know what I mean? I don't even know how many triple doubles he has, but it's
He has
It's
more
a
than
lot.
he has more than LeBron in
more
his
than the league combined.
So
What?
He has more than LeBron has in his career, and he's played 7 years less.
That's
He
what
has
I'm
more
saying.
than a lot of
Like,
Fucking stupid.
I like Victor Oladipo. He needs to step up. I like Steven Adams. I like them resigning Steven Adams. But in 2017, since we're talking about, that's what I want to see. I want to see that team take off.
you doing okay?
I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one.
All right. So
Air Westbrook.
first time ever in this podcast, 3 basketball things in a row. I'm going to even stick in Oklahoma City. I want to see Russell finish the year averaging a triple-double.
Here you go.
He can do it. He's the only person I've seen and ever that can do it, besides maybe Jason Kidd for that 1 year. But think he can do it. And I think he'll come very close. But if they get more pieces around him, that could tamper his chances of that, but we'll see.
All right, well, I'm really going to switch gears. I'm going to go with my boy Ricky Fowler winning his first major. I would like to see Ricky Fowler win a major. In the last couple of years, he's really become one of the elite players in the PGA.
PGA.
PGA, yeah. I was going to say LPGA, but
he's not become an elite player.
He cut his hair. He cut his hair, so he's not in the LPGA anymore.
It's those colors.
But, yeah, he's getting a lot of wins, but just not in those big tournaments. And I think it'd be awesome for the sport if he did, because he's one of the more popular golfers.
What do you think about that, Brian? Brian?
That's what he thinks.
I don't know, Frank. I don't know what I think about that. How about just fuck yourself? That's what.
All right, you're next.
You know what? I'm going to extend this to an entire division. I was going to say that I want to see the Giants' offense in 2017 be more consistent, but obviously have problems with their offensive line. But to be honest, I kind of want to see the entire NFC East just go into a beast mode and just become the powerhouse that everybody was used to seeing. Like, as much as I'm a Giants fan, you're an Eagles fan, like, obviously I don't want you to beat us, but I want it to be competitive. I like the competitiveness. It's more fun. Like, when a team is just, like, losing, you know you're going to beat them, or, like, you think you have a chance, it's just it gets boring after a while. I like the competitiveness. I want to see Carson Wentz take off. As much as I hate Dak, I don't hate him. As much as I just hate the Cowboys, though, I want to see them take off. The Redskins, I'm indifferent about, but I kind of just want the whole thing to be competitive again, like it used to be.
Yeah, it makes sense. I like the thought of that, too. I remember years back with McNabb and early Eli and all that. It was just always like, every team's hovering around at least 8 or 9 wins. It was just more fun to watch. It was the best division in football for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very true.
That's what I want to see. I want to be able to hate Jesse like so much on Sundays, but then after we'll
if it's based off how you and James text each other back and forth giant shit in the fucking group, then I already hate you.
Yeah, that.
Yo, it's not even that. Listen, I'm not really biased though. Like I talk about the Eagles. I like what they're doing. I mean, I'm not gonna say I want them to beat my team, but I talk about it. I don't sit there and say ridiculous things like, "Oh my God, Carson is the worst thing in the world." Like, I'm not gonna do that.
No, you don't. Gently down the stream.
I just want to see Carson Wentz's full mouth. But anyway, I'm going to stick with another sport, even though I normally go to my baseball. I'm going to say, back to what used to be my favorite sport, I'm going to say I want to see, beginning of next year, more parity in the NBA.
Yeah.
There's never been parity in the NBA for a very long time. But that's what makes sports exciting. I can turn on a game in October and tell you it's going to be the Cavs and the Warriors, or maybe the Cavs and there's a few in the West that could do it.
Spurs.
Maybe.
The Spurs.
But you can pretty much pick 3 teams who it's going to be, 3 to 4. And that's just not fun. What's the point of the regular season then? So I'm hoping something gets done. I know they just agreed on a CBA again. But I hope something gets done to make this a little more fun for the people watching.
Well, no, it's true, because at the beginning of the year, all the experts, and this is the only sport where I'll say they're experts, because their predictions are almost always spot on.
And there's no reason to watch a regular season NBA game unless you are genuinely a fan of the sport itself, because you know what's going to happen. There's 8 playoff teams. I mean, you know who's not going to make the playoffs for the most part. You know who's going to make the playoffs for the most part. You know who's going to get where in the playoffs. And you know that maybe the 8th seed, 7th seed might be a fun battle last year like it was with Houston and whoever else in the West. Mm-hmm. But it's just not as fun as it used to be. And
all right, my next one's a simple one, yet one that I don't know if I will ever see in my life, and it's going to be around my Mets. I would like to see our entire rotation pitch together once. With all the injuries and shit, like just the potential of that rotation paired with, one of the top home run hitting offenses. I'm not going to say one of the top offenses, but one of the better clutch offenses, I guess you would say.
With Duda back this year, too.
Yeah, maybe Conforto, his role expanding. Reyes getting a full season, less injuries, maybe more David Wright. But if that pitching staff stays together, I think the NL East is going to be an arms race a real arms race, like down to the last couple games.
And that's what is needed. What are you thinking, Brian?
I'm gonna stick with football because there's one thing that has just been bugging me, and I'm pretty sure it's bugging everyone else. There is a reason why the NFL is down in ratings, and I understand that they're trying to protect the players with certain things. Like, I understand the hits to the head and stuff like that, but come on, man. Can we get back to, like, the touchdown celebrations and things like that? Like, I understand excessive celebration and stuff, but, like, some of the fines nowadays doesn't make sense.
What are you supposed to do? You just fucking scored. You just put your team up. You're not supposed to be excited about that?
No, what you're supposed to do is
hand the ball
run into the end zone and be like, okay, that was fun. Nobody shake my hand, don't do anything, no emotion. Walk to the sideline. Done. No, I don't like that. It's not fun anymore. Like, I like the back in the days with T.O. grabbing the popcorn and stuff, throwing it in his face, things like that. Deshaun Jackson, as much as I hated him, but like the way he used to just be such a jerk in the end zone. Like that anymore. A lot of them don't do that anymore. Like, people get fined for pretending to take a fake picture of each other.
Yeah, for a few years,
Le'Veon
that was
and
the
Antonio
most.
Brown get fined for a handshake, but then like it's really confusing because Zeke jumps into the Salvation Army thing and doesn't get fined. Nothing makes sense.
For a few years, that was the most entertaining part of the game. One of the most entertaining parts.
It is, yeah, it's part of it. That's
I'll
part
never
of it.
forget Terrell Owens getting tackled at midfield.
On the Star?
On the Star.
Well, I'm saying, like, some of this stuff, like, what I would like to see is a cut down on flags and fines because it doesn't make sense anymore. Like, I understand, like, roughing the passer stuff, but, like, the things where it's like, okay, I saw this man's finger scrape the helmet, like, stuff like that just really irks me. It's like, what do you want the man to do? He's trying to make a football play. You're not going to stop your finger. Like, I understand if the man smacks him in the helmet, but a finger? Really? Like, come on. I don't know. It's frustrating. That's one thing I would like to see change in 2017 for football, at least.
All right, I guess I'm going to go back to baseball, and I'm going to kind of hop on the same train as Jerry over here and say that I want to see Steven Strasburg pitching a completely healthy season from game 1 to game 162. And if he can continue the success he had for the first 3.5 months of the year.
The first 3 games.
He started out 13-0. It could be huge, not only for himself to live up to the contract he just got, but it could also be huge for the Nats. And, that's a win-win in my situation.
All right, back to a less biased basis. I'm kicking it back to football. I'm going to branch off what Brian said. Something that has always bugged me and I've never understood is the fines for cleats.
Oh my God!
Why?
Seriously?
Why? I mean, Antonio Brown is just one player that pops out in my mind. Every week he does a different one, and it's usually involves like a charity of some sort. Like he did one, not a charity necessarily, but like a cause. Like shortly after the whole Jose Fernandez Kimbo slice, he had them on their cleats. He's done them for all sorts of different causes. He's getting fined. Like Brandon Marshall, he's another big one. He's like really into that mental health shit.
Yeah.
And this guy's getting fined for wearing something in support of like looking into it. It doesn't make, and like they're like, oh well, it's against the, like, why? It doesn't matter what these dudes are wearing on their feet. They're not changing their jerseys.
Who was the guy that got fined for making up his own charity?
Oh, Dorial Green Beckham.
Okay.
He made up the Yeezy Fund.
Yes, the Yeezy Fund. They can lay out rules at the beginning of the year and say, hey, if you have what's on your feet, they are mandated types of cleats, not necessarily the color or what happens there, but what's on the bottom. And they can do whatever they want. As long as it's for a charity, I think that'd be a great idea. And it would give more creativity to the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy to me because they're trying to be so by the book with everything anymore.
Yeah.
Everything. It's like they're literally taking the fun out of one of the most fun, like entertaining things out there.
That's a step in the right direction. If they did something like, because they say they want to be for the kids. They don't want kids to do these celebrations and all that stuff. If they said you could do all these celebrations for a specific charity, a specific anything, they could
like your fine goes towards a charity.
That, or like if they came up with some creative celebration that implemented the charity, like the Salvation Army thing, and put it in the right direction, those kids aren't going to see, well, oh, this guy's signing a ball and throwing it someplace. No, he's doing something for a right reason and still being entertaining while doing it.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So, Brian, you're up.
All right. I'm going to go out on a limb here. And in somewhat of a dying sport, I don't want to say that, but it kind of is. I just want to see more people get into boxing. Boxing used to be such an awesome sport.
Yeah.
And, like, a lot of people just really don't, like, if you watch some of these matches, like, they're crazy. Like, I understand it's not, like, you're not going to see a knockout every time, but, like, if you appreciate, like, good footwork and good movement and, like, just watching a good fighter, like, it's fun to watch. Like everyone criticizes Floyd Mayweather, especially when he faced Pacquiao. Yeah, the man runs around the ring 1,000 times, but he's smart. If you look at like what he's doing, like he's not gonna let himself get hit all the time. But like I don't know, that's one thing I think I would like to see is just have some people get into boxing, just watch it, appreciate the sport. It's a nice sport. It is a dying sport, but it's.
I truly think it's dying because of the success of the UFC.
Yeah, that's very true. And I like the UFC though, I do. Like then again, even with UFC, I honestly don't know that many people that really watch it that much unless big names are on. But like sometimes these things are funny. Like even when you watch these little guys, excuse me, when you watch like the little guys, they go harder than the big names that you're watching out there, and people get knocked out, and it is crazy. Like just
didn't Hopkins get knocked out of the ring like last week?
Yeah. After his 55-year career.
Jesus, man. I don't know if I could do that. If I was ever a boxer, I don't think I can go to 50 years old. That's crazy.
50, man. It's taking all those hits to the head. Yo, it does a number on you. Like that's why a lot of them. I was watching a documentary. It was a 30 for 30 on boxing. It was Mike Tyson did it. Some of these guys just come out completely messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can't walk right. They can't think properly. It's like
Muhammad Ali.
And they work football in CTE. Like you need to look at some of these fighters. All these shots they're taking to the head. Like it is bad.
Yeah, unprotected.
But like I said, it's like.
I mean,
just that's
make boxing
what
fun again.
Yeah, we all need to get a hat. All right, so that was 4 from each of us. I know I have an honorable mention.
I have another one.
And I'm sure Brian can come up with one, right?
I can do one.
All right. So what I want to see is a very broad topic, but I want to see baseball capitalize on all the young stars that they have and get more kids into the park and more focus on the game.
You should start a little league.
I might start a little league, but the fact of the matter is
you can fit kids for cups and everything.
Anyway, baseball used to be, or still is, America's pastime, but it's been taken over by football. They could really take what's happening in the NFL right now. It's only going to last until Goodell's out of office. They could take what's happening there and really regain that spotlight and really just take advantage of the Carlos Correas, the Mike Trouts, the Bryce Harpers, all these young stars that are in the community and having fun playing the game. So I hope that they take advantage of that popularity.
For my last one, it's something that I know even if you don't follow either sport you want to see. And it's something that's talked about a lot, but probably will never happen. And that is Floyd versus McGregor.
I thought you were going to say an NFL team in horse sets.
Who the fuck? I would pay. I fucking hate the way pay-per-view set up. But I'd drop a paycheck on that. That's fucking awesome.
Why are you making $8?
I'm not making $8 a paycheck. We'll save that for a different podcast.
It's not a conversation.
But who would win? Who would win?
I would pay for that.
I think if McGregor insists that he can beat him boxing, but I think if he gets him to the ground,
that's what I'm saying. What are we doing? Are we doing boxing or?
Well, I don't know.
We all know.
I feel like it would just be boxing, but I don't know.
Yeah, if it happens, it's gonna be boxing.
Because you know for a fact that Floyd's not.
I know. You know.
Floyd's not going to the
Floyd
ground.
ain't got the ground game.
I mean,
no, not at all. No.
It's a whole different world for McGregor. but I think he could train up to where he could take those skills in the UFC and move them right into boxing.
Mm-hmm. All right.
What do you got, Brian?
I think Jesse will appreciate this, and James, if he listens to this later. Speaking of young players, Frank, the 76ers and the Timberwolves. I want to see those teams take it to a whole nother level next season. Oh my God, those teams are going to be so exciting. That's really all I got.
I want to see those teams stick together.
I mean, unlike the Cleveland Browns, they've had 100 million draft picks in the top 2, and they're going to do something with it. I promise.
Oh, I mean, easily, yeah. Oh man,
Embiid is a monster.
They still have Okafor and Embiid. They have that fucking what's his name?
Nerlens
Noel. Then they got Ben Simmons. So I mean,
I never really liked Ben Simmons. I don't even know how he's doing.
Then you go. He hasn't played.
He hasn't.
Injured.
That's why I don't know.
Then
how
you go over the Timberwolves. You got fucking Levine, Wiggins.
Yeah.
Cat.
Karl Anthony Towns. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgie Jang's even decent off the bench. They got
Rubio.
Rubio's still there for some reason. I mean, he's good. He's
launching things, rolling past.
Yeah. Another quick honorable mention. Somebody do something with Anthony Davis and his freaking team. Making me mad.
Yeah.
He's pissing me off.
You need to trade him.
Seriously.
You see those fucking stat lines where it's like 48, 26, 26, and they lose by 10. Like what? Did the man not win the game single-handedly with all those fucking numbers? Like,
basically, I don't know. That is one thing that is really bothering me.
I feel like the NBA has a lot of work to do. I know most people can't stand listening to Chris Russo's voice, but he was blabbering on about how some show on TV Land got more views than a game in the first week of the NBA season. That's ridiculous.
Man, old people love TV Land.
Yeah. High Heat, shitty show where he screams at you and pronounces players' names wrong, got more views than a few NBA games.
I don't know, man. I'll tell you what. I had a neighbor. She was like 75. She used to turn on TV Land at 5 in the afternoon, and she'd fall asleep by 7, but it would play all the way until she woke up the next day.
Yeah, but the NBA games aren't even on.
Yeah, TV Land. Let me tell you.
They're watching I Love Lucy and fucking all that other shit. It's
Gunsmoke or whatever.
MASH.
MASH. MASH is a good one.
Whatever comes on there.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Good times. But
all right, so here's the deal. We will be back tomorrow
with a full cast.
Sort of big news. Big news to us.
Maybe Lewis?
Big news. You know the big news, Brian. You need to follow us on Twitter. Twitter's in the description. You need to subscribe. You need to like. And you need to pay attention to the big news. Now, I'm going to play R. Kelly as we go out.
I'm going to nip that in the bud.
No.